guess what? It's me again. Kind of running through these as while they're on my mind. And like I said, I should have probably maybe been doing reviews as I've done my channel. You know, I used to focus mostly on makeup and get ready with me's and stuff like that. So I probably should have taken that over into vlogs and what I do now, and I didn't. And yes, I want to do another get ready with me, and as soon as I figure out how to do one live, we will. And for those of you that I may have offended or hurt by my little Twitter tantrum yesterday, I humbly apologize. There's 1,000 excuses as to why I behaved so badly, but there are no reasons. I know better. I had a migraine, yes. I was on medication, yes. I knew to take my behind to bed. I know better. I know better than just, you know, behaving like a dingling. So there's that. Now, before, in the last video, I talked about the Tupperware container that I use for watering and for everything. Part of my morning routine. Right off the bat, I get up, I set my husband's coffee maker up for the next day. This I bought actually from in Germany, from what they claim to be a German version of Tupperware, or German company that was Tupperware. I can't exactly remember how they defined it or what they called it. But we had a Tupperware party in Germany, and that was what was available. And I bought it, and it's been... My daughter was born in Germany just before Desert Storm. So we came back in 91 in December. I've had this since probably, I want to say 89. So, you know, 30 some odd years. I still use it on the daily. So that's why I said earlier, some MLM products are worth, you know, the busting your butt to sell, for lack of a better way of putting it, or to at least get the discount to own. Some of them are quality and worth it. This serves, and you can see, this is where I put my coffee grounds. I've showed you this before. I put my coffee grounds into my flower beds. I take them out of the coffee maker, I put them into a bowl to dry, they go into here, and boom, then they go into my gardens. They make soil. I put some into the worm bin to help, worms need grit, so, you know, that's just how we do things. Wanted to show you just a couple of things that I have been part of my world recently, and for a long time too. So, let's do this. I have, for several years, I used to have a Keurig. When it got to where I had to burp the Keurig, I was pretty much over it. Plus, I didn't like the amount of waste. I didn't like having to dig the grounds out of the little coffee pod thing that you could get for your own. If you like your Keurig, if you love your Keurig, enjoy it. Personally, for me, I had 2 of them. I gave one to my daughter. It may have come back here. I don't remember now. But I had one that was real nice that had a timer and all that good stuff. My neighbor's coffee maker quit, and by that time I had gone to a different method of making coffee, and I gave it to her because she needed it and it wasn't being used here. So, moving forward, this is how I make my coffee. This is a pour-over coffee filter, or coffee brewer. All you have to do with this is put a coffee filter inside your coffee, put it over your cup, or if you're making a lot of coffee, put it over whatever you're putting it into. I'm going to use my coffee cup. I use this same coffee cup pretty much every day. There's a glare like crazy. I apologize. Where I'm filming is right in front of my kitchen window, doing the best I can with what I have. But anyway, as you can see, this fits right over here. Then you take your hot water, by however method that you get it, and pour it over your coffee. Do not, let me repeat this, do not boil your water first, because you burn your coffee. You burn your roasted coffee, and you won't get as good of a flavor. If you hear a dripping sound, I overwatered one of my plants. You hear it dripping into another plant because my plants are set up that way. It's kind of an overflow because it helps keep me from messing up as much as I do. Anyway, so I've had this for years and years. I keep one at my mother's. This is made by Melita. It's plastic. You can run it through the dishwasher. You can wash it by hand. It is just how I love to drink my coffee. And so that's what we do. Recently, this has been bumped to a different, it has a different role in my life because I have fallen in love with all that is stainless steel. Those of you that follow me on Twitter know that when we got the new oven, it has some stainless steel on it. I didn't like it before, and then when we got the oven, I'm like, ooh, nice, love. So all stainless steel, all mason jar, glass, reusable, I like. So moving forward, before I get to the next product, this is my Vimo stainless steel French press. I love this thing, except for I don't love the fact that it shows fingerprints. But here's what I do in the morning while I'm making oatmeal for my grandson and getting my husband's oatmeal ready for the next day. This is steeping my coffee or brewing my coffee, and I'll show you how we do that here in just a minute. But I keep this stays up until I'm ready to actually pour my coffee. Then I go, shoo. That's simple. I like simple. I can't mess up simple. Then I have my cup like this. Normally it's full of all the junk that all the stuff that I put in my coffee. I can't call it junk because it's all good for me. But I use my pour over, and like I said, I used to use that pour over. We'll introduce this here in a minute. But I put my pour over on here. I'm going to lift this up, and hopefully I won't make a mess. If I do, it's over my kitchen sink. But here's what happens. And I don't know if you can see it dripping. It's kind of deep down in there. I still use my pour over. This one, you can see it better when I do this. I still use a pour over method, and I used, see there's some, I don't know if I can tip it far enough. You can see where I drank coffee this morning. I had chocolate. It's life. But it's the same concept as this, except for this one is stainless steel. The reason why I use it is because I noticed after I got the French press that some grounds would go through into my coffee, and I can't handle that texture. So I ordered a stainless steel because I love stainless steel. This one is super easy to clean. You can see where it filters the coffee. I don't have to put a filter in it, which I really, really like, because every filter that I don't use is less waste, less in the environment. Even though, you know, I buy unbleached filters and they either go into the worm bin or something of that nature and become compost, I still, prevention, you know, if you don't use it, then you don't have to worry about how you're going to recycle it. So that's the reason why I went with this one. Now, that being said, at the end of the day, I still have to do something with the coffee grounds that are in here. I still have to retrieve them. So I still end up using this. And I still end up using the filter that I hoped that this would prevent. Because if I let the filter, I found that if I let the coffee grounds get into here, it is a booger to get them back out. But that's just how that I did that. Now, this is available on Amazon. This is available on Amazon. I also like that it comes off of here because it's so easy to clean. Both of these are dishwasher safe. The French press is dishwasher safe. I don't normally put them in the dishwasher every single day. Probably about once or twice a week. I just kind of like wash them out, and I run them through every so often to sanitize them. But yeah, oh, we'll show you this poor thing. This is my oldest Revel, I believe is the way you pronounce it, hot water heater pitcher. And that's all that it does. It goes on its little plate. You turn it on. It heats up your water for tea, coffee, oatmeal, whatever you need hot water for. That one is, it's Rival, I think. Yeah, Rival. Where'd I come up with Revel? That one is, oh my gosh, several years old. There's a newer model and probably even a newer model. I have the newer model at my mother's house because I keep one of these, a can of coffee, and that there. Because that's just how I roll. Anyway, again, just a few more products that I use to share with you. Maybe they'll help you make a decision on doing something different, trying something different. You might be interested in trying coffee with the French press or with the pour over method. Reason why I do, I have insomnia and Google. It's not a good combination. The reason why I say that is because if you Google what can happen in your coffee maker, all the bacteria and stuff like that can happen, and mold and things of that nature, I don't know what he's doing, and they're beating on he's creating something, and we're just going to let that go. It is what it is. He has blocks and things, and he likes to build. But if you hear the noise, he's playing. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I went to doing the pour over. It's a little more time consuming when you're, standing waiting for the water to get hot, pouring it over. You can't, a coffee brewer will actually just keep on doing it, whereas you have to kind of manually be with it a little more. I do it because it pacifies my insane brain, and I don't have to worry about bacteria or anything like that being in the tubes of coffee that I'm going to drink. And I enjoy it. I think it makes a better cup of coffee. If you disagree with me, I'm okay with that. Really, trust me, I am. It's just kind of become how I like to drink my coffee. With the French press, while the grounds are doing their thing in the French press, I can be making, like I said, my grandson's oatmeal and fixing my husband's oatmeal, and then putting everything in my cup for my bulletproof coffee. So yes, I'm a big fan and a believer in bulletproof coffee. We'll do another video about that. But anyway, just wanted to share a couple of those. And by the way, you can either rinse this out and hand wash it, and all of this will come out. This is more like coffee oil and residue. You can see on my finger. It's not a big thing. Or some coffee grounds. It's not a big deal. It's just coffee. And but yeah. Actually, this is very good for exfoliating your skin. And that's, although, wait, let me kind of back up a little bit. Coffee grounds this is more, I just realized the texture. This is more of a coffee oil. So it has some exfoliatory exfoliating properties, but it also, since it's the oil part of coffee, it's going to have more of a moisturizing property. Don't want to mislead you if I can possibly keep from doing that. Anywho, this is the last part of this video. Have a great day. I'm the mayor's daughter from Remnant Urban Homestead. Let me know if you like me doing these reviews of different products. I'm not going to take on buying anything and everything to review at this point, but I will tell you what I use and why I use it and how I use it and if I like it or not. Okay, have a wonderful day. I'm the mayor's daughter from Remnant Urban Homestead. Come watch us grow. We love you.